All right, we're gonna go over how to install the light fixture with our surface mount bracket, sensor, a couple of the hardware pieces that come with it as well. So you can see our light fixture comes with the wire pre-mounted. We can flip this over. We don't need to do anything to that back side, but we do need to put our sensor there on the front side. So we're gonna open up this little cover here, pop that piece off. You can throw this away. We no longer need that because we're gonna fill that hole with our motion sensor. Motion sensor just screws right in, just make it nice and snug, and that's it, that piece is done. What's now gonna happen is we're gonna mount our surface mount bracket to our ceiling. On the surface mount bracket, there are several holes. We just need to pick 2 of those holes, which we'll note here in just a second. Pick 2 of those holes, and then what happens is we take that surface mount bracket once it's mounted to our ceiling, and we mount it into the slots that are on the side of the light fixture. And how that mounts is we wanna walk it in. So as we come in, we line up these little grooves or the hooks that are on the bracket. We're gonna line those up with one side, and you can see how those kind of hook in, okay? Once those hook in, I'm just gonna bend the bracket slightly. The bracket's gonna then lock into place, and it locks in solid. It is very difficult to then get it off. But just as a precaution, there are holes on each side of the bracket that we will then use screws to mount the bracket or to secure the bracket to the light fixture itself. With your bag or with your setup is also your sheetrock mounts. These are the sheetrock mounts we're going to show you here in just a second, with the screws to mount your bracket to the sheetrock mount. And then as well, there's a couple zip ties in order for us to run our wire around our ceiling, allowing those zip ties to secure that wire up to our ceiling as well. Okay, let's see how we mount this surface mount to our ceiling. Okay, we're gonna position our bracket to the proper location we want on the ceiling. Make sure it's nice and square. We only need to use 2 holes. There's several holes in the bracket that allow you to mount to different locations. You just need to use 2. So we're gonna pick hole 1, hole 2. We're gonna use a pencil and we're gonna mark those 2 locations, okay? We're then gonna remove our bracket, take your screwdriver, and you're gonna press your screwdriver into the sheetrock just slightly, creating a divot down in the sheetrock. You're then gonna grab your anchor mount. Again, these are the mounts you can screw into your sheetrock. Okay, so we're gonna press in, and then we're just gonna give it a twist. And as I twist this, it will start to screw itself into the sheetrock. You can see how easy that is to get in. Okay, nice and flush against the sheetrock. We're then gonna grab our bracket and of course put both mounts in. We're then gonna grab our bracket, line your bracket up with the 2 respective holes, and place a screw through your first mount. Now obviously if you have a battery powered drill, that can make this process a little bit quicker. But as it was mentioned, this can all be done with your standard Phillips head screwdriver. All right, now we're gonna grab our light fixture. You can see that in the light fixture, there are slots on both sides of the fixture. We're gonna line those slots up with the hooks that are here in our bracket so we can hang our light from the ceiling. So to do that, we line them up just like that. We pop it on that quickly. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our securing screws and we're gonna put those on each side of our bracket, as we previously mentioned, just to make sure that the piece gets secured in place nice and solid. Okay, and then last thing to do is to plug it in. And that's how easy it is to mount our lighting fixture to your ceiling.